everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joe, at J1Drill on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
And today we are working on our racing game, our procedurally generated racing game. And if you were watching yesterday, you saw we came up with a pretty unique way of generating the map. And Vivian, have you seen this yet?
Not really. I've been explained to. Mm-hmm.
All right. So basically, the way this works is if we go ahead, I'll make this full screen. We'll do a restart, and you'll see it generate the map in a very complex manner.
It's very well thought out.
What do the numbers mean?
So basically, let's go through. That's a good thing for us to cover real quick. So we've got basically a number of checkpoints that you have to go to in order to make the race complete. So if we look at our tile map, we have a bunch of 0s, 1s, 2s, and 3s. The wanderer, that bouncing ball, needs to hit all of these and then go back to the start position where the player sprite is in order for it to be made a complete map. One thing though is I think this actually isn't good enough. We need to add a few more checkpoints to make sure that we actually get a circle instead of just having it loop around here and then like hit this and then come back and then it's not a complete loop. So to do that, we're going to add a few more of these tiles. Does that make sense though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
All right, cool. All right, let's go into tiles. We're going to make a few more checkpoint tiles. So let's do this. We're going to make this one 4. Whatever, 4. Let's do another one. We're going to make it... Anyone have a guess? Anyone have a guess
5.
what we're going to make it?
Ha 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 ha.
I thought it was 6.
Joey wins.
What?
Wait, Vivian, did you forget how to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5?
That's both of you are wrong. That's just ridiculous.
All right, now we're going to do 5. I thought the line tool was going to make this super fast, but it's making the numbers look weird. It doesn't really matter, though, because the player's not going to see them.
Yeah.
And now let's do 7, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Like that. All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our these extra numbers, and we're going to paint them out here. And basically, we just want these all kind of radiating from the center, so that you have to hit all of them for it to be valid. So let me fix that.
Richard, somebody in chat, Untitled Chapter in chat said, you know, it's bad when you drive, because then we don't have music.
I'm sorry. It's charging and everything, too.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I am deeply offended, though. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
A little bit kidding.
All right, we got it. So we've got our things radiating out from the center. We want to hit all of these. I'm hoping that this is enough. We'll see, though. Let's go ahead and mark this as 0, and let's fix that mistake I made there. Okay.
Why are all the ones you have to... Oh, those are pink and not red. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like wall or something.
All right. So let's go to where we are doing this code, which is right here, these overlap events. We want to take these, we're going to duplicate them, and fill in those new numbers that we have. So let's go ahead and do this one. Going to do this one as 4, and I'm actually just going to set these to be the road tile because we don't need more checkpoints for the player to go through. We just need more checkpoints for our wanderer. So I'm not going to worry about that. 5. 6. Man, I'm confusing myself with that dumb joke I made.
Good.
7. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now what we're going to do is we need to go to where we are creating our array. So basically what we have going here, Vivian, is that we have a array of Booleans, and all these need to be true for it to be done. So we're going to just make it so that it has the right length, which should be 8, because we have 8 checkpoints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now all right, come on, you can do it.
Who's it not hitting?
You can do it. There we go.
Oh, nice.
It has to hit the player as the final step.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Because that way we know it got all the way back.
Oh my gosh, did it not complete the loop?
Gotta off-road a little.
All right. I guess we're not good enough. No, I think maybe what we should do actually is we're making these all very thick. So I think that if we redid them and made them thin, so that there's a more specific area it has to hit, we would actually be in better shape. So I'm going to do this with the light this time.
Yeah.
What?
A little bit more likely, yeah.
Because it's tough to hit this side and this side without crossing.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Oh, I see what you... Wait. Oh, wait. In that case, it should be like 0...
Because what's happening for the most part, or what happened there, and what's happening for a lot of them, is that it's hitting one side, and then it's not hitting the other side, you know? But in this case, it's most likely to cross it, and I think hopefully bridge it. I mean, there's still a chance that it won't, but...
Sometimes you gotta drive through dirt. Just how life is.
Yeah. You're telling me. All right. This is so much neater than my old map.
I like the chaos of the other one. It was very like, why are there a bunch of Jews? I don't get it. But this one's like, ah, I see. There's order to this.
It still looks like kind of a mess because of how sloppily I drew all these numbers. There we go. All right. So let's go with this and see if it does any better for us. All right. Okay, so that worked. Yeah.
How can you tell? None of this means anything to me.
Because I'm paying attention.
Just watching.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like going so
just
fast.
watch to make sure it's all connected.
It's obvious when it's gonna break because it will hit one and then it will bounce backwards. It's gonna hit and it has to go backwards around again. So like go from clockwise to counterclockwise, and then it might be a failure. So you just gotta watch out for that.
All right. So this is kind of working. Let's go ahead and make a few changes to make the quality of life better. We're going to up this top speed to 200. We're going to up this acceleration rate to 2.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, that's much better. All right. Yeah, I don't know if this is fun, per se.
It's novel.
interesting, I guess. All right. Maybe we'll come up with a few different ways of generating things. And we'll have like we'll have a menu where you can select your generation mode, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely keep this one. One thing we got to do though real quick is we got to clean up these tiles that we're leaving behind. So we're going to go down here where we're replacing everything. And copy a few of these. And do 4, 6, 5, 7, because we can count. So now the extra tile should disappear. Cool. I don't think that one worked. Nope. What? It didn't even hit this one, did it?
Is it under the lake?
How many falses? It can't. The lake's a wall in the middle, so it can't be under there.
Wait, is the lake a wall in the tile map? Or is it after?
Oh yeah, we make it when we start generating.
I see.
So it's all a wall.
So 3. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for 3 to not be 7.
Maybe it was just hitting it barely, and like we were looking at the map wrong. Like maybe this is 3, and it just like barely nudged it. I don't know. Joey does not accept that answer. Okay. Well, anyway, we've got our racing game. We've got our generation. Let's go ahead and finish adding our classic racing game stuff. By the way, we have a few cars here, you may have noticed. We have 2 from Shannon, 1 from Joey, and 1 from Davix. Thank you, Davix. Vivian, if you want to get in on this game, you gotta make a car.
Okay.
Between 8x8 and 16x16.
Yeah, anywhere in there's fine. But make it a square, whatever it is.
Okay.
All right. So, what do we need for a racing game? What do you think, Joey? Racing game.
We need a lap counter, timer, maybe some enemies.
Timer is good. Let's use that cool extension that Shannon made. Oh shoot, do you remember what that is? Can you look it up?
Shikao count up. Let's see. Get his
count up timer.
PXT dash count up. PXT dash count up.
This was a cool extension that Shannon made. Shannon, who is not here today. Which is basically, it's like our countdown timer, except it counts up instead of down, which is pretty useful. So let's go ahead now. We're going to go into info, which I believe is where this puts its blocks. Zoom in so you can actually see stuff. And we've got count up down here at the bottom. So we have start count up, pause count up, clear count up, and seconds elapse. So let's go ahead and at the end of our generation, we're going to make a function, and it's going to be called start lap.
We did get a suggestion in chat. Every time you mess up an extension URL, it's a quarter.
Oh boy. That's actually a good one, though. I like it.
Yeah, we would learn. Wait, what about pennies? Can't we make it pennies?
I don't know. Dime? This feels bigger than a penny.
Yeah, but it's so hard.
Can make it dimes? Dimes?
I mean,
I'm okay with quarter.
It would probably be good because it might, like, we've gotten better at doing functions, I feel like, calling them correctly. In the same way, maybe
some of us have.
Okay, some of us have.
I definitely have improved, okay? I know I'm up there in the numbers, but I've definitely improved.
Yeah, I mean, you're up there because you stream such a large proportion of the time.
Thank you.
Partially. But also, it might get us better at naming our extensions so that they aren't all just random. That would be good.
I'm okay with this. More quarters. I'll just never use extensions anymore. Wrong lesson to learn.
All right, cool. So we've got our count up now. We need to make it so that every time we finish a lap, we probably want to keep this time around, right?
Yeah.
Like
So I think
show the times like in the corner. So maybe we should add the text extension.
for a stretch goal, I don't know how we would show all of them, but one thing that a lot of racing games will do is show like a per checkpoint timer. So like how long is
boy,
checkpoint?
I don't know if we have enough time in between checkpoints to do that though, you know?
That's a good point too. Unless we count it as only like the 4. But yeah.
No, I want to get this timing stuff down, and then we're gonna look at more ways to generate maps that work a little bit better than this.
Seems good.
So, all right, let's do it. Okay, so start count up. We're going to be. We're also gonna have a variable which is racing. We're gonna set racing to be true, and then before that though, we're going to have an if racing. And if we are racing, that means that we need to take whatever our current time is and add it up in the corner so that you know what your time was on that lap. So to do that, we're going to create a text sprite. So let's go ahead and use text sprite. Put it right here. For the time, we're going to make a function, which is going to be called format time. Everyone loves it when we do this. I do it so well, and then Joey always fixes it for me.
Every time I forget to add it to Arcade Sprite Util too, because every time I say, "Oh, we should add this one to Arcade Sprite Util," and I'm like, "Oops."
That would be nice. That's a good one for sure. Okay, so I believe the count up works in seconds, so it's going to return seconds for us. We want to in this thing we're going to return a string, so I'm just going to put something in here for now. It's just going to return the empty string. There we go. And over here, I'm going to call this function. So we'll call format time. We'll call it with our seconds. And then we want to place this up in the corner. So we want to set relative to camera to be true on it. What's up?
I thought that was the default, but it doesn't matter either way.
I don't think it is for text sprites.
It isn't?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it is for status bars, but not text sprites.
Wait, Richard, I did it! Richard, last time I did it! Check the bottom of the sprite details. Check the bottom of the sprite details. Hopefully I did it right.
No, really?
Wait, I don't see it.
The very bottom.
Round.
Yeah, to 2 decimal places.
Is that?
Isn't that what we want?
Divide and then round? No?
I guess that works. Yeah, I guess that works.
I think I named it round to 2 decimal places, but I'm pretty sure it returned the string. Let me check.
It must. Doesn't make sense otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something. But next time I want you to do a proper render time, which will do minutes and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
That would be a good extension.
This one. Yes.
That could be an extension all by itself.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this here. We're just going to put this in here. We're going to format this to be, we're going to put in seconds, and we'll do it to 2 decimal places, which will give us our number of seconds and number of milliseconds. And then this is unhappy. Nope, it returns a number, Joey.
Oh, why? Why am I bad? Okay.
You're not bad, Joey. All right, so we're going to put it inside of a join, and that will turn it into a string. All right, cool. So setting relative to camera, we need to put it up in the top corner. So we're going to set its location. Where is that at? This one. we're going to set its probably top and right, I think. Oh no, this isn't going to work because if it's 0, it won't convert right. Yeah, no dice.
Should have index of.
I guess I can do round to 2 decimal places times 100. And then that will chop it off for me, which is nice. And then I want to take this number and I want to mod it by 100 to get the decimal part, right? And then subtract the decimal part to get the main part.
We could do a find index, like convert the thing to string, find index up, and then just append zeros until it's got the correct number of decimal places. But yeah, either way.
I already started doing it this way, but that's also a good way to do it. Probably more valid than my way. Okay, times 100. We're going to do a join. We're going to take this temp time, and we're going to do the remainder of dividing it by 100. That will give us everything that is after all the 100 bits. So, it'll give us the decimals. So we're going to make this a dot. We're going to make this remainder of temp time divided by 100. And then for this one, we want to do the temp time divided by, minus the remainder of temp time divided by 100 divided by 100.
Temp time minus the or integer divide too.
Oh yeah, we don't need the remainder if we just do integer divide, right? Yeah.
If we can find what block that's under.
Oh boy, it's under square root. I know it's under square root. There it is. Yeah. Okay, so then we just take the integer divide of temp time by 100, and that'll give us the seconds. All right.
You might still need to append zeros. We might still need to append 1 0, I guess. Whatever. That's 1 0 being out of place is fine, probably.
Yeah, right. You're right, though. We'll fix it later. Okay, so we'll set the text sprite top to be 5. We'll set the right to be, let's see, 160 minus 5, 155. And then we want to store this top so that we can, for each one, just kind of move down. So we're going to do last lap top. So we will set our last lap top to, okay, I'm just going to do this inside the else to set the initial one. Keep my code in the same place. We will set this right here, or actually, I guess this should be new variable. Next, sorry, not new variable. Rename variable. Next lap top. And then we will change that by the height of our text sprite plus 1. Okay, and I think that should do it. All right, so let's do a lap. Didn't work. That did not work. Okay. Oh no. Because it'll only... Yeah, no, it's not working. How come? called the function. I didn't call the function. Yeah, that's a quarter. That's a quarter.
That's a quarter.
Just when we were bragging about how much better we got, too.
I don't know if all of us were bragging.
All right, now we'll do it. Let's go. There we go. There's a time. All right, let's get rid of the score. We don't actually need to score. Goodbye, score. Okay. Cool. And did the timer actually restart when I did that?
I wasn't looking.
This is going to be a nice, comfortable, luxurious race.
Wow.
There we go. Look at that. Nope. All right. That's fine. I actually thought that I might have to do this, but I couldn't remember. So we're going to go into our info, and we're going to do clear count up, which should reset it. All right, cool. So we got this going. How many laps until you win?
20. 2, 4, 5, 12.
Okay.
What?
All right, so we narrowed it down to either 22, 4, 5, 12, or
1.
12, right? Or 1.
Yeah. I think they're all solid options. Maybe wait. A classy 3? Great things come in 3s.
3 things do come in 3s.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, let me see if I can beat this time. I don't think this is going to be it.
Hey. Very fast.
I did beat it. Yep, definitely beat it. But that's a fun formatting thing we got going on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go to our format time. For this one, we're going to take our temp time, and we're going to make sure that we round it, just to make absolutely sure we're good. So we're going to go into math, we're going to go into this, and actually we're not even going to round it. We're going to truncate it. And so that's just going to chop off the decimal points for us. So hopefully that should fix that thing we were just seeing. I didn't even know Modulo could return a decimal. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It returns a negative if it's not a negative too.
All right, and because it's bothering me, we're going to fix the thing that Joey warned me about. So we're going to do if right here. We're going to do the character. Let's see. Do we have car at? Yeah, there we go.
Joey, are you working on your extension live right now?
Oh no, I was answering a question from Object.
Okay.
Object has not been on stream in a while.
But
yeah, I think the last time was the 1 centennial, not bicentennial.
Yeah, he didn't care about 200 at all. It's very.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. He was a little sad. Like I mentioned it, and he was like, "Oh, but I can't make it all."
Aw, I didn't know that. Well, now I feel bad.
We can have a fake bicentennial for him someday.
So we are doing if the character at the time formatted length of time formatted minus 2, 3,
Might be
4.
easier to do index of the dot and just compare that with the last, like the length. Just because this one I have to think about if this one's going to work.
No, it works. Right? Because the index of the length -1, -2, -3 should be a dot.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. You are doing what I was saying. I was just thinking you were doing a 0. Nice.
Yeah, I'm just doing it without index of. I thought that would be easier to think about. Anyway. So if it does not equal a dot, we're just going to add a 0 to it. Why can't I find it? Join. And that should do it. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to make a lap counter, and we're going to make it so that it's 5 laps. A healthy number of laps, I think. So we're going to change our lap counter by 1 every time we finish a lap, which is our code that is up here. Where is did we finish a lap? There it is. All right. And if we finished a lap, if our lap counter equals 5, we're going to pause for like a second, just to give you time to, admire your work. And then we will do game over. What do you have something you want to share with the class, Joey?
Huh? No, I like the idea of what you're going with. Giving it a timer.
Okay. Here we go. All right, so we're going to use the timer extension, which has this great after some amount of time do something. And we're going to say after 1 second, we're going to see if our lap counter equals 5. And if it does, we're going to do game over. When... All right. So we'll test this out, and then we'll start doing a new map generation technique. All right.
Wow, you're speedy this time.
Yeah, it's much more fun when the track's all wide open like this, Nice. Best one was my last lap, so I was improving. And look, the countdown says exactly 1 second.
Nice.
All right. Cool. So we got this going. Now let's go ahead and do some more generating. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and change our function that we have. And, well, I think I'm going to make a variable, and it's going to be called how are we doing the lap generation?
Oh wow, I'm excited for this car that Vivian is posting in the chat. Just from the title.
It's got. Oh yeah, did you already name the car?
It's pretty self-naming, I think.
She gave a description, but you can also give we got blue lion or red lion, I think is one of them.
Okay.
That's one of the ones we already have, right? Or what was the lion?
Is it Lion Thunder?
Lion Thunder, yeah. That's the blue one.
Yeah.
The green one's Lion Thunder.
Lion Thunders, I feel like silly Because thunder is obviously louder than lions. So it's
right.
quiet.
So I'm renaming our so I'm gonna take this generate track thing, okay? And I'm going to take our generate track and make it generate track wild style. And we're going to set this in here, and we're going to set our text to be wild style. And now inside of generate track, we're just going to call this function for now, but we're going to do another thing. And the reason that I made this whole go away function that's not being used, the reason I made this how are we doing the lap generation is because we have some code that just always runs to check to see if we are done with the wild style lap generation. So there's this did we finish making the track, which I'm now going to name did we finish making the wild style track. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I want to make it so that we have all of this code that's like going to be common. I'm going to put this in a new function, which is going to be called start race. And start race is going to take all of this. And let me go ahead and call it. 1/4 is enough for today, thank you. All right, cool. So we got our wild style. Let's talk about a new way to generate a track. Any ideas, anybody?
You could make like ellipses, not wild at all.
Mm-hmm. One approach that's common is just to start with a full track and just randomly remove stuff that's valid, but without getting into like graph algorithms. I'm not sure how to do that in this case without lots of ifs.
Mm-hmm.
You can make one. Okay, it could be like two vertical things, except one's a straight shot and the one is a zigzag down. You can make.
We want it to be random, though, is the thing.
Your zigzags can be different degrees. It could be like a and then a and then a.
Okay, so we're gonna make another one, which is gonna be called generate track mystery style.
Ooh.
And we'll figure out what mystery style is later.
Somehow this needs to make a track that's always a question mark of some variety. Just
so
keep
I like
generating tracks until it looks like.
I liked Joey's idea of generating by having a track and then removing stuff, and I think there is a way we can do it without making it so that we get into a place where it's impossible to do, right? So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go into tile maps and get some things out. I'm going to replace all of these with road. Okay, so that's a start. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take chunks out, but never enough chunks to cross.
Okay, so like 2 random chunks from each quadrant?
Mm-hmm.
Octant?
Octant? Yeah. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is I want our chunks to be circles, basically. And we're going to do that by having a chunk image template that we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and make an image real quick. Let's go into images. Let's grab out this. We're going to drag this. 16 by 16 is too much. We want to do like 8 by 8 maybe. And we're going to make this guy a circle. So it's going to be easier if we just fill it in and then chip away, Circle. we're going to make a function which is going to be called delete chunk. And what we're going to do is we are going to, oh, this should probably take in like something, like an X and a Y. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through our tile map, and we're going to set all of the tiles and the X, Y to be dirt if it is inside this chunk in the shape of that image. So let's do a loop. I chose tile maps instead of loops. Here we go. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? We have that great code for doing walls. Where was that code? Here it is. I'm just going to duplicate this. Because then I won't have to rename any variables. All right. So we don't have width and height over here, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of width. And we're going to change this to just be 7. Going to do this because 7. And that's because our chunk is 8 by 8. And what we're going to do now is we're going to set this to be dirt at the x plus col and y plus row. And we don't need to set walls like we were. So the only thing we want to do is we want to, inside of this logic, we're going to check to see if the pixel at x, y, well, at column row is going to be the, is red or not. So we'll get the color at, just put our image in here. We're going to do an equals. And red is 2. I know that one. Column, row, do it like that. And then we also probably want to check to make sure that this is not a wall, so that if we put some stuff in the way, we don't start like just destroying the walls, you know? All right, now, okay. I don't want you guys to get too excited, all right, when I ask this question, but, you know, feel free to go a little wild. Who's ready for some trigonometry?
Woo! Trig, yeah!
I know. Everybody's
way
favorite.
more interesting than what I'm talking about in the chat right now. Heaps and hash maps and
Okay, the other thing I'm going to do real quick is I want to, I actually want to make it so this is centered, so that we, because it's going to be slightly easier for me to reason about it if it's centered. So I'm going to subtract 4 from each of these, and I'm going to do the same thing up here. So to make it centered, all we have to do is subtract half the width or height of our image. Okay, so now, like Joey said, we're going to go over our octants, and we're just going to blow up chunks. And the way that we're going to do that is actually pretty easy with a little bit of trig. So we're going to set our variable slice, well, angle slice, to be equal to, so a full circle is 2 pi. We want to do 2 pi divided by 8. So that will be going around in that like amount of chunks. So that would be.
Pi over 4 is 1.5.
Okay, 6.28 divided by 8, and Joey can do it in his head, but I can't.
6.28, not 2.4.
Yeah, 2.8.
It doesn't matter. So I guess the only thing we have to worry about here is we have to make sure that there's like a line between each octant, because if that's true, then we could always theoretically snake our way between them, no matter how much we blow up, except if we blow up too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just see how this goes, and then we will debug it, I think.
Nice.
Okay. Now, so for each of these from 0 to 7, because we want to do 8, we're going to just call our function, delete chunk, and we need to put in a value here. And so the easy way to do this is to basically start at the center of the tile map and then do from an angle going outwards times like a radius. And then we'll just make the radius random. And that'll make it so that we, draw out a chunk. And so to do that, it's pretty simple. We're just going to get our total number of tile map rows and our total number of tile map columns. We're going to divide that. Divide both of those by 2. Not 2 divided by that, other way around. And we're going to add this to either cosine or sine of our angle times the radius. Yay, trig, woo, trig, woo!
Whoa!
That was so half-hearted.
I gave you 1. You can't keep on asking me.
Yeah, you're perfect. Okay, and now our radius is going to be pick random between, let's just do 0 to 10. I don't really know what's right. All right, so we'll do that. That'll be our, actually, I did rows first, so that'll be our y. And for this one, we're going to switch this to be columns. And we're going to switch this to be cosine. And now... all right, let me call start race at the end of this. That wasn't me forgetting. That was just me realizing that I couldn't debug it unless the race actually started. Huh, did I not put the camera follow inside of start race? Camera follow sprite car. Why isn't camera following sprite car, Joey?
Do we have the other map generation stuff running in the background or something?
It shouldn't be. I'm not calling this function.
Yeah. Why isn't the camera following sprite car? Start race car. Is the sprite definitely getting...
Maybe I did this in the wrong order. Oh, yeah, I definitely did this in the wrong order.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, it's getting there.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world.
So I guess the lines should probably all... Well, no, they shouldn't all be tracked. They should be tracky.
Yeah, so we need to fix that, which I knew I was going to have to fix, but it's kind of hard to tell right now, so we might as well fix it up front. Let's go ahead and duplicate some of this code. I am just using this if statement to duplicate. Fun trick. We're going to go into our generate track mystery style. And we're going to put this up here. We actually want to put the replace first. And instead of doing it like this, actually, we're going to replace all of our cardinal numbers with this. And we're going to replace these with just plain old track. And then we're going to cover them all. All right, so we got... Yeah, so we definitely need to make this radius way bigger. So should make it from like 8 to 20. I don't know. It should also probably be the same for both the X and the Y. I'm realizing now. By the way, some weird stuff's gonna happen.
I think I'm liking about this game is that basically at any point we can give up on any individual strategy and just say, let's just have a strategy that map generation is for this one.
Yeah. See, I could have done like a normal approach to map generation, which was my original plan of just having like a thing kind of wander around using some sort of heuristic. But I'm having more fun just throwing spaghetti at the wall, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is something for sure. Let's do it twice.
I think as long as the off-road portions are smallish, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I guess.
And maybe we should clear out the middle too, just completely, just so because now I think the optimal is pretty much just go in a tight circle around.
We need to, I think, do our function that just fills up a section, you know. Fill rect wall, and I think this should be at 20, 15, and then we want to fill it like, I don't know, 10 by 10. We'll need to subtract a bit from this. This will be like 15, 12. Whoops. Oh, what's happening here is that I should be putting this cover stuff at the end.
Is that?
Yeah, I was like, why are we getting these big lines? And it's because they're actually dirt. There we go. All right. Kind of have to squeeze through here.
Does cover just only do it at the current state? For some reason, I thought it was like run every frame and just print on top.
No, it just creates a sprite.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Which is not the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's drop this back down to 7 and see what we've got now. All right. Oh, I just perfectly got in there.
Nice.
Okay. I think maybe what we want to do is actually drop down this radius a bit. So instead of going up to 20, we'll go down to like 15, so like 8 to 15. And that way they'll mostly be centered around the...
That works, right?
It's still a little bit too much. Let's do like 8 to 12. All right. I've got an idea. Okay. We're going to do it 2 times. We're going to do one that's far away, one that's close to the center, and it's going to end up making a wavy circle.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It might be... Can we do them both at the same time and then just add a random value to the first radius, if that makes sense? Because that way we can guarantee that there's a path in between them.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll change this to be like 6 to 8. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good, actually. And then we're going to do another delete chunk, but it's going to be radius plus a number, like Joey said.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, this could be random too, or it could be just static, depending on what you want.
Should be a little random, I think. So it needs to be at least 8.
Yeah.
So we'll make it 8 to 10.
And I think having a different one for each of the outer ring seems like it makes sense, because then it will be like, you want it to be a little offset from, like, not just perfectly on the diagonal.
What do you mean?
How you're doing it is how I want. Yes, that's no changes needed from what I was saying.
Okay. And so I think I need to change this initial one to be like 4 to 5. All right, cool. And then we want to change the thing that we add to be more to be like
12.
11 to 13.
Ooh, nice.
All right, all right, all right. That's not bad at all, I would say. The only thing that I would change is that, so because our thing is a rectangle, we want to actually do more like an ellipse instead of a circle. Unless...
I guess we could do one offset slightly to the left and offset to the right and just delete 2 chunks on the outer ring for every 1 chunk on the center ring.
Yeah, I hear you.
Ooh.
Or we just make our map bigger.
That works too. Did we hard code a lot of values that we'll need to update though? That's fine.
It's possible. Sounds like something we would do. You know? So let's go ahead and just like burp. 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 Whoop. Wah. Okay. And the main value I think we need to change is we need to change our, for mystery style, the only thing we really need to change is this right here. So we want to do, let's see, it'll be 2020, and then we want it to be 1010. So we want to subtract 5, so it'll be 1550. Yeah, that totally works. The only thing that might make it a little bit better is, well, I think that we actually should increase this a bit. So let's go up to like 15, because now we have a much bigger map. And it would be nice if we actually did a larger granularity for this chunk deleting, so that we got more of a like, we don't get this, like, you see how there's like these big spokes basically in our map. I don't want that. So I'm gonna make a new variable, which is gonna be num slices. Oh, we're about out of time. Do we have anything after this?
Oh, we're doing
yes.
a release.
Oh, right. All right. We're gonna do this real quick, okay?
We also have now 3 cars, but we can probably drop those in after.
Oh my gosh, I should have prioritized that and got them on stream. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry I've let you down in this way.
This will make people come back to the next stream, They have to see it.
All right. Let's see this. Let's see this map. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Could be worse, you know. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. This is we're a stream about animal facts and coding and high efficiency, sometimes tart facts, live music, and did I forget anything?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
There's something
right.
else.
You know,
There's something else too that we added.
we got the key ones though. All right.
Okay, yeah. I guess. We're about some things more
I'm
than
Richard.
other things.
It's true. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at LibTriv on the MakeCode forum.
And